Now we are talking, my gorgeous Gemini. Now we are talking. You have been through so much. You have been through the actual literal storm. You have been through so much negativity. There was so much that was happening in your life, not only when it comes to things on the outside, but also when it comes to your life. Things were pretty complex in many different ways. Not only when it comes to things that you're working on, things that you're trying to achieve, things that you're trying to kind of move on with your life, but also when it comes to your personal life. It's just pretty much so a lot to do with the negativity created through the actual misunderstanding. So now in February you are going to have a very big important opportunity to fix something in between you and somebody else, whether this is a one special person in your life or whether this is to do with a group of people in your life. It doesn't really matter. As long as they mean to you, you need to stay on top of things by not letting some kind of petty argument or not letting some kind of horrible, complex, rather weird misunderstanding to go on the next level. On another hand, what is really big this month, what is so important this month, it's about your personal reward. Please keep your head up and please keep going, because February it's going to seem like a little bit strange, a little bit unusual, a little bit bizarre, and this is due to this certain energy that we're all going through. But you need to stay on top of the things by just keep on projecting more and more energy towards those things that mean to you so much, because you are gonna have a mind-blowing reward. And the mind-blowing reward that I want you to be aware of, it's pretty much so going to you're gonna have a glimpse of this on the 3rd of February, on the 13th of February, and on the 23rd of February. These 3 days are going to be key dates. These are going to be key days when it comes to you having a glimpse of exactly what I'm talking about. At the same time, you need to pay attention what is going to happen within these 3 days. On one hand, you will be seeing things that you need to see, that you need to be aware of. On another hand, that is subconsciously going to contribute towards an important point, towards an important spiritual quest that you are going to find yourself at. This is all gonna be so evident within the last 7 days in February 2022. So that's why I need you to understand, to keep going. We are faced with certain challenges in lives. The bigger challenges are, the better reward is going to be. The more we focus on things that we should be focusing when it comes to our next step, the more rewarding this is going to be. You are in for something really big. And on another hand, the month of February, it's going to bring you a mind-blowing recognition. Gemini, you need to understand that your power of personal projection is going to be a big mama this month. Make the most of it. This is only tiny little baby months. The February is like short months, but make the most of it by doing things that you want to evolve. By trying to achieve things, by trying to extend, things that you want to evolve yourself but at the same time, by, exploring your life, by exploring certain options, by projecting as much as you can. It depends where you are in your life at the moment. If you are, for example, looking for work, just throw yourself, into all sorts of opportunities, because, oh my God, there is a surprise coming up. If you want promotion, you need to understand that your energy is going to be superb. It's going to be very bright. Make the most of it, which means as soon as you project your energy towards something specific, it's going to be like, oh my Lord, rather vavavumish. So this is why you most certainly, you need to make the most of it, because when you want to explain something, when you want to prove a certain point, but especially in terms of you giving credit credit to yourself and credit to your intuition as well. You're gonna get really, really far. Make the most of it, my gorgeous Gemininis, please. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for February 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focused is for you, my gorgeous Geminini, and it's for February 2022. My God, my God, my God. When it comes to the numerology, it's number 1313. This is a very powerful number, and it means that you are going to have the inspiration of your life. Your inspiration of your life is going to come through your own achievement. It's something that you have been working on. It's something that you have been really trying to achieve. It's something that you have been really trying to make it happen. Now this is going to explode to such an important stage of your life. It is going to remind you how powerful you are, your own achievement, your own accomplishment. It's going to remind you how unique you are. It's going to remind you how different you are. But at the same time, it's going to highlight the element of your life, the part of your life that you should be exploring. And when it comes to the part of your life that you should be exploring, my gorgeous Geminini, look at this. When it comes to the part of the life that you should be exploring, my gorgeous Gemini, look, it's just like it flicked out. Okay, sorry. See this? King of Cups, oh my God. When it comes to the part of life that you should be exploring, you have got the necessary power, which means that, over the last few years, you have been prepared for this very special moment in time. You have got a wiseness. You have got this experience. You have learned very important lessons. So everything that was happening so far was preparing you for this important moment, my gorgeous Gemininis. You are going to have a very important moment that is going to bring you not only greatest accomplishment of your life, but it's also going to really play such an important role when it comes to your personal rejuvenation. Is the energy that you needed, that it's going to make you feel really optimistic, but it's also going to help you go through things that absolutely don't make sense in lives. And there are loads of them at the moment because the energy is rather darkish out there. So this is why it's important to stay on top of things. Number 1313 in numerology means, my gorgeous Geminini, that you are actually going to have a very much so you're gonna overcome a pretty big obstacle, pretty big problem. And you will realize at the same time that the answer was here. The answer was within you. You knew the answer all along, but you just have to stay true to yourself by only following those things, that your own intuition is telling you. Because your intuition is going to take over. You're going to understand so much this month that you didn't understand before. And it's going to be ludicrous things that you're going to understand about the things out there, But at the same time, that is going to make you so much more wiser. Knowing is being wise. Being wise is being powerful. Being wise is being able to give a credit to ourselves, for things that we feel that are not right, or things that we feel that are right, So it's very, very important time. So basically, you're going to overcome a really big obstacle, and that obstacle was pretty much so created a quite annoying challenge, and especially over the last 7 months you weren't too sure what to do, and it was affecting your balance. So therefore it was affecting your feelings, the way you are, but it was also affecting your way of planning, and you got stuck in the process. So now you are about to unstuck yourself. So this is why this is so important. So you're going to overcome an important challenge and obstacle, but at the same time, something is going to happen that is going to absolutely surprise you. And especially when it comes to the 13th of February, this is something, 13th, 14th and 15th of February, this is something that you need to pay attention to. There is going to be an element of surprise. So first element of surprise is going to be, oh my God, you're going to find yourself on an advanced level. And then on another element of surprise, surprised. It's going to be the fact that you're going to become aware of the negotiation. A very important negotiation is going to be needed from you, and that negotiation is going to be very successful indeed. And that negotiation is also telling me that, you know, if it comes to negotiation, talking to people and proving your point and wanting to sign something or doing something important, the month of February is going to be absolutely superb, because you will have a very strong energy. Just remember, very strong energy when it comes to trying to manifest things as well. Stay optimistic, important, and very strong energy when you're trying to prove your point, and very strong energy when you try to make yourself known. So this is why it's great for the career prospects, like to prove yourself, to prove your point, you know, to shine, baby, as much as you possibly can. Shine in this darkness, you know, make a lot of light for other people to see as well, if you possibly can. So this is really important. So it's also, on another hand, you know, it's to do with the good news. It's going to start with the good news, but also at the same time, you know, there are certain desires that you are going to realize through this as well. Certain desires. This is also going to be connected to the part of your life where there is another side to this, where other things you will want to kind of make happen right now, but they're not going to happen straight away. It's more about the actual you being aware that the other results as well from a different aspects of your life at around the same time are going to be you know, you're going to be able to recognize that this is actually going to come very, very soon. So there is going to be some kind of a timing as well when something else is going to happen. So this is going to be like a double spiritual whammy for you, which is absolutely brilliant. This in itself is going to give you a very important opportunity to plan. Very important opportunity to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And very important opportunity, you know, where you're going to realize, oh my God, there is so much going to start happening to you. There is so much that is going to be going on in your life, you know. I really like it, because you're going to start getting the picture, you know, about your present moment, but most importantly, picture about your future. And there are going to be new ways, the way you're going to be able to realize and understand new ways of doing things. And these new ways of doing things are going to be absolutely everything. There are three very special things. There are three very special parts of your life that you will be paying attention to. And the more you focus on it, the more planning you're going to have. You will get a mental picture, like exactly where you want to get and where you want to be in your life, like you had before. But it's just now, with the added plus, is that you will become aware of the ways how to get there. Before you didn't have them because it wasn't the time. But then again, just trust, light your spiritual candle, my gorgeous Gemini. It is important, okay? This is a reward because you have been trusting to yourself, but also it's a reward because you allowed yourself to be yourself. It's a direct result of your own uniqueness rewarding you. This is a very high spiritual reward that you are going to become part of, because the more you think about it, the more you're going to be like, ooh la la, baby, the more brave you're going to feel, the more courageous you're going to feel, the more powerful you're going to feel, the more active you're going to feel, the more ideas you're going to have, the more beneficial you're going to feel, you know, the more you're going to find yourself on the spiritual quest that you should be finding yourself, which is going to be connected to the new plans, which is also going to be contributed towards this wonderful energy. And this is going to self-illuminate you so much, and I really like it because it's going to light you know, it's going to light the path, you know, that was always there, but now you're just going to become aware, like, oh my gosh, shall I do this or not? You know, it's about something that you feel like you're like in self-denial about, but then again, at the same time, it's to do with your home, it's to do with your happiness, it's to do with things that you want to achieve, but it's also to do with things that you will kind of keep on leaving behind. It's to do with an ultimate change that you will feel like you want to make, but this ultimate change is going to be connected to your home, it's going to be connected to your living environment and things like that, but they're going to make you happier, and they're going to make happier everybody around happier. So everybody's going to benefit from this, what you're going to do. And this is so brilliant because it's almost like it's something that you always wanted to do within your environment, within your home and things like that, and now you will know it's time. And I'm not surprised because the energy is going to be very powerful when it comes to its actual vibration. And this in itself also, you know, know, this month you're gonna find yourself in a little bit of indecisive situation here. And the indecisive situation that you're going to be about, look at this. Again, I've got my tarot cards. An indecisive situation that you're going to find yourself at, my gorgeous Gemini. Okay, an indecisive situation. You see this? Two of Pentacles, very important indeed. It's just what was like, you will be worrying about so much. This is the glimpse of it. An indecisive situation. You're going to find yourself in being indecisive because you're going to worry so much. Your personal vibration, it's going to be a little bit affected. And what you need to understand, my gorgeous Gemini, is this is very important. Try to like kind of avoid negativity. Try to avoid people who are constantly bringing other people down. Try to understand that there is only the certain amount of bloody negativity that we can all take. There is no way, there is no absolute way to live your life like this, to constantly worry about something. I'm not saying that you're constantly worried about something consciously, but I'm saying that we have all been subject to these things. You know, lately we are keep on hearing like a negativity so much, and this negativity took over, and at some moment in time, at some point in time, you're not going to let your whole life to just go basically while listening to these doom days, you know, to these negativities, to this little sadness, because that's not way to live. This life is not meant to be easy. This life is meant to be difficult, because, you know, it's so complex and we learn so much, and every single thing that we go through is just giving us certain experience, and this is affecting our spirituality, it's affecting our spiritual growth. So this is what you need to understand. You need to see where this negativity is coming from. Maybe you are like looking at something every day and it's bringing you down and it's affecting your way of thinking. Remove yourself from this, okay? Remove yourself from this if you understand. But then it could be subconscious, because these little snakes, you know, around are actually doing this. They are doing this on purpose. So it's like kind of like you just must be aware of this. So even subconsciously, you can have something very, very low, like a very low on the radio, very low voice. You can't even hear it, but your subconscious mind pick up on these things, and it stays engraved in a prominent part of your mind, you know, subconscious mind. So it's like kind of still becomes the part of your everyday lives without you even realizing. You could be reading something, like you're reading something about, I don't know, about dyeing your hair or something. You could be reading about like cutting your nails or something, you know, and then you're not even realizing you're reading about beauty, blah blah blah, and then on the right hand side you've got the doomsday, darkness, sadness, but you're not even realizing that you are picking up on these things subconsciously. So this is something that you need to understand, you need to remove yourself from, because it's only going to be worrying you. You need to understand, you see this, don't worry. Because if you allow this worry to take over, this is to do with the next step. This is to do with you being indecisive before the end of the actual February 2022. I hope you understand. But the answer to this indecisiveness, and you know the answer to this indecisiveness is within you. If you listen with somebody else's mind, no baby, no. Okay? No. If you give a chance, you know, to yourself and listening to your intuition, you're going to avoid a bit of a tower situation. So you don't want the situation catch-22 whatsoever in your life. So this is something, you see, that you need to understand and make the most of it. So when you feel like a little bit indecisive before the end of the month, when you come across a certain problem, just remember the answer is within you. And also at the same time, that's the way you're gonna avoid the actual tower situation. So this will be very, very important to you. And what exactly are you going to be indecisive about? Look at this. There you go. About the new start, about the new beginning, about the new inspiration, about the things that you actually need to do. Because, you know, there is so much that you're going to become aware of. There is so much that you're going to find out up until this moment in time. So strongly and strictly, I'm seeing this happening over the last few days when it comes to the actual February 2022. There is so much that you're going to pick up on. There is so much that you're going to learn. There is so much that you're going to find out. So that's why you must not rush with anything as well. because you will be learning a lot throughout this month, my Lord, not only about yourself, but about things around you. It is just all going to start making sense. You have to trust yourself. When you're indecisive, do not think negative. Do not bring yourself down. Do not go like into the darkness. Go into the light. This is the spiritual battle that we are all in. You follow the light. You do not follow the darkness. The only way to follow the light is to carry on with your life. Pay attention to this inspiration. Pay attention to your intuition. This is going to change your life, but it's also pretty much so to do with your sacred gift, who you are and where you need to do and where you need to go on the next step. Do not block yourself. Do not slow yourself down. This is a very important message, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And also, you know, it's the time of transformation. And you're gonna find yourself like you want to like change this, you want to change that. Yeah, just follow this vibration. It's coming from somewhere really deep. So if you feel the need like to change things around you in your immediate environment and things like that, just do it, because at the same time you become very powerful within your vibration, and then you are sending a very kind of unique signals to the universe, and without even realizing that important ideas that come into your dimension, you know, into your element. It becomes part of your vibration, and it's almost impossible to ignore, because we go by the feelings and emotions and the way we feel about things, you know. So this is very important for you to understand. And also, on another hand, you know, talking, it's important. Expressing yourself, it's important. And also talking to people that are very significant to you throughout the month, it's really important. And expressing yourself as well, working as a team or as a group of people and things like that. And there is going to be quite interesting and very delicate family problem with the people that are very close to you that you need to sort out, and it's going to be very touchy. But as I said, you know, you're just going to have such a different opinions, you know, to each other, and you're so far gone that way, you're so far gone that way. So all you need to do, and remember that we're all human, you know, we just try to kind of like have this beautiful human interaction, try to go above it, you know, try to go above it. Do not let devil win, you know, whatsoever. Okay, it's important. And also, on another hand, my gorgeous Gemini, you are actually going to learn something so important about a certain subject or career, and this is going to awaken you as well. Just remember that this month you're going to learn something so important about a certain subject or career. This is going to inspire you, but it's also going to be your sign that not that long, baby, not that long after that moment in time, you're actually going to have a very important invitation, you know, like the opportunity that you're going to become aware of that is about to arise. And this is pretty much so to do how you're going to do this is about your own approach, and it's to do with your own personal advancement. You know, this part of your life is going to be very attractive indeed, because it's connected to something really special, where you want to be, where you want to get in life. But at the same time, you're going to find this something challenging. You are going to be absolutely fine, my gorgeous Gemini. Just remember this, please, please, please. When it comes to the actual nutrition and things like that, I'm also again going to tell you how important it is to pay attention to a little bit like a stress levels, and pay attention to your digestion, and a little bit of draining that you're going to feel just a little bit tired. So again, I will recommend the natural vitamin B complex. If you could get this, and if you can take every single morning like one on an empty stomach, and B complex, it's absolutely fine to take on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, because it's going to rejuvenate you, it's going to give you energy, it's going to get you going, but at the same time it's going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system, and it's going to be brilliant for your nervous stress and things like that. On another hand, I highly suggest you to take something like the actual organic dandelion tea. Again, for you this is going to be also superb, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. Organic dandelion tea without sugar. So if you need to sweet it with something, you just use like a maybe organic honey or organic like a maple syrup, for example. But sugar, no, baby, no. And also, if you get like organic dandelion tea, make sure that the tea is made of the actual whole herb and the root as well. That way you get the most of it, everything that you would need to get. And the dandelion tea is going to help you so much to feel better by flushing the toxins out of the system. And try to sip this throughout throughout the month, and you will see how much better this is actually going to make you feel. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm going on the very first date in February. Before I go there, I would absolutely love to recommend you one of the most beautiful crystals I had. Look at this red jasper, how gorgeous and how powerful a red jasper actually is. This is the part of my brand new lines, and I'm absolutely loving it, just holding it in my hand. It brings a passion within you. It re-energizes you. It makes you feel optimistic. It has an absolutely mind-blowing grounding and healing properties. It's a stone of endurance and nurturing, which means that it's an absolutely fantastic when it comes to like us feeling tired or deflated, us feeling negative, when we feel negative, when we feel down, when we feel blue, when we feel drained. You know, all these feelings and vibration and energy is affecting us, affecting our way of thinking, affecting our way of planning. So this brings you right back almost immediately. A beautiful red jasper stone. So it's an incredible grounding property, but also it's fantastic when it comes to those parts of our life that means to us so much, when it comes to our passion, when it comes to us trying to achieve things, like doing things, like get to the certain level, because it helps you to be even more passionate, but it also helps you with your own projection, you know, on things. As soon as you find yourself being passionate towards a certain aspect of your life, red jasper really grounds you, but it also makes you even more passionate, you know, and makes you even more kind of to stay on top of things by focusing even more and realizing things that you wouldn't normally realize. This gorgeous red jasper, I would highly suggest you to wear throughout February, March and April. Wear it every single time when you want, before you need to do something important or for a bit of grounding. And it's also fantastic because it drives evil spirits away. Whether you believe in this or not, my God, you should, because you know there are so many things going on at the moment. So it's absolutely brilliant when it comes to negativity, evil spirits, it drives them away and things like that. Okay, this gorgeous red jasper pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. I have to say that, so thank you very much. So now the 1st of February, it's an important date, you know, because here's something you're going to become aware of. Something is not going to make sense to you. Something is going to be a little bit weird, a little bit bizarre. You're going to be looking at this person and it's going to be like, there is something not quite right here. And this is brilliant because it's only an important time and in the beginning of an important stage in your life. Yes, you are going to become aware of the little snake, and I don't think this snake is too little, you know. This snake is quite large here. So you're going to become aware of an like quite snake here, somebody who's like a pretty much so using people, and somebody who's not a really nice person, and somebody's like who has got so much devilish around them, and you're going to be so happy about it. This person is necessarily not completely connected to your life, but that person was also part of the obstacle that, you know, a group of people, maybe the part of the obstacle that was just making everything so dark for everybody else. So that in itself, it's really going to, it's not so much about being aware of this person trying to deceive or something like that, but it's more about you looking at something and getting it and realizing, this is an important point, about you realize something so big, so important. Because at the same time, you know, ooh, okay, you're going to be like, okay, this is going to almost immediately going to give you a certain idea. And that idea, it's going to like start paving the way out of the situation. And maybe there's certain beliefs, maybe that you don't want to believe anymore. Maybe there's a certain group of people that you don't want to listen to anymore. You know, it's all about you coming home to yourself. So important, coming home to yourself, to your spirituality. I don't know how many times I need to say this. You follow the light. This is the spiritual battle that we are in. Soon they'll make like a devil becoming like fashionable out there. You know, follow the light. Okay? Do not follow the dark. The only way to win here is to follow the light. I'm keep on saying this, important. Okay, so it's just pretty much so you're going to get a very powerful idea. And this idea is going to awaken the little warrior within you. A little spiritual warrior is about to be awakened here. Pay attention to the stage and the period in between the 1st and the 7th of February 2022. It's all about your little spiritual warrior being awakened. The more you feed this little spiritual warrior, the more things going to make sense to you. The more things are making sense to you, the more keen and eager you're gonna be to make the big next step, next move in your life. Important, important, important. And the more you do this, the more things are gonna make sense. Okay? So it's all about you having an important idea, which is going to make you feel very active, which is going to make you feel very determined, and this in itself is going to be speaking you quite a lot. This idea, it's to do with an experience, what you had so far, things that have been going on in your life since you were born, but also especially things that you have been through over the last 36 months. You know, there is a very important and relevant experience that you're going to be using. On one hand, you learn so much, but on another hand, you will want to avoid the specific situation that you will no longer want to be part of. So this is why this is so important. This is about the balance and force and harmony that you are going to feel, and also it's about the very powerful energy which is going to make you aware which part of your life specifically you need to pay attention to, and you need to understand to basically have a tact is necessary to maintain pace. On another hand, this is actually beautifully going to awaken you in such a way where you're going to realize that you're kind of you understand, you know what you need to do, you know what you know. This is going to be very important, but also it's going to help you to kind of really do what you wanted to do, and do something very special for yourself, and do something very important for yourself, very important for your family as well at the same time. But you know, you kind of wanting to avoid a specific person, a specific group of people, but also coming up with a certain plan of action. And you had this plan of action before, but now this plan of action is going to be different. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be very powerful, and it's going to be very deep. Do you know why? Because you will know something that you didn't know before. And that specific information that you will know that you didn't know before, it's going to make you so much wiser, and it's going to help you to create the way out of the situation if things don't work out for you. You see, it's very important. So now you have that special way out behind you that you can go through. Ooh la la, important so much. On another hand, in between the 1st and the 7th of February, it's all about planning for the long term, you know. On one hand, there is going to be an abundance from past choices, but then on another hand, you need to be very patient before you decide what you're going to do next, big time. I'm saying that you're going to make all this decision and all that, but at the same time, I also want you to understand that it's going to be mind-blowing, big mama spiritual experience you are going to have throughout the actual February. Not one, but so many. So by the time you get to the last week of February, you will see you're going to be so wise. Oh my God, you will see. What you will know is going to be out of this world. Okay, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. The second important date, my gorgeous Gemini, is going to be the 16th of February. So now before I go there, another gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pendant. Look at that one. Oh my God. This is basically porcelain jasper. It's absolutely brilliant. This is also part of my brand new lines. These are incredibly beautiful. And porcelain jasper is fantastic when it comes to emotional energy, when it comes to protection, when it comes to relaxation, when it comes to dealing with the sensitive issues, you know, and it's fantastic for stability. But so this is it, you know, because we all have been through so much. We dealt with so much stress, negativity, there's always sadness. It brings you down, and you have to understand that you are the one who needs to move on from this. You're the one who needs to light your own candle. This is you lighting your own candle. You're trying to do something to make your life much better. It's all about, you know, sensitive issues, pressures, and basically at the same time, you know, when we are dealing with things that are draining us, that we are uncertain about, when we feel really sad, negative, down, dark, uncertain, this is all stealing our energy. So this is absolutely brilliant, especially when you're feeling like a blue, negative, stressed, down, uncertain. It depends what you have been through, you know, like a porcelain jasper is brilliant, you know, absolutely fantastic, because it makes you feel better almost immediately. This gorgeous porcelain jasper comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. I have to say that, so thank you very much. Okay, so the second important date is going to be on the 16th of February. Now it's all about, this is like when you're going to be focusing on your home, you're going to be focusing on those things that make you feel happy when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, and when it comes to your own pleasures. But then again, when it comes to your own healing, peace and things like that, but then again, you will want more. This is when you're going to become aware of something very specific when it comes to making a big change. When it comes to your home, the 16th of February, it's going to be a big moment. And at that moment in time, sorry, and what is going to mean to you as well when it comes to that big change, the certain support by people who mean to you, by people who think like you, by people who understand you, by people who love you, by people, you know, who you mean to so much, and you mean to them as well, you know. So the certain support by the people who mean to you so much and you mean to them, it's going to be absolutely superb, because through that support also you will know that it's time to move on. But at the same time, this in itself is going to put you on the path where you're going to become aware of the very, 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 very bright prospects in your life. Bright prospects in your life are going to become absolutely evident here. This is all about your hope. This is all about your faith. This is all about your inspiration. This is a lot to do with your destiny. It's a lot about to do with who you are, and unlocking your spiritual gifts at the same time. This is not only going to bring you like really amazing prospects, you know, when it comes to your life, but it's also realization that there are going to be unlimited possibilities, you know, that are going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And the unlimited possibilities are, they're just going to be keep on kind of coming to you in between the 16th of February and the end of that month. And let me tell you that April and May 2022 are already going to be like a really important 2 months when it comes to this particular opportunity. So something very quick is actually going to take place, like ooh la la. Okay, so, and also at the same time, you are going to have a very strong sign, very powerful sign that specific part of your life is coming to an end. So you just need to cut it out. Okay, so you're going to have a very powerful and strong sign on the 16th of February that the specific part of your life is coming to an end, and you need to kind of cut it out. The sooner you do this, the sooner you're going to release this energy that is still kind of slowing you down. And it's entirely up to you, because it goes like a spiritual domino. As soon as you become aware of what this is, then you give the necessary spiritual credit to yourself, and then the more interesting and the more better, the more complex and powerful the next step is going to be. Because this in itself, like the certain part of your life, you're going to become aware of, oh no, it came to an end. I know it's going to make you feel a little bit sad, a little bit negative, because it's going to put you in the state of like, well, you know, I don't know. But then again, that is exactly what is needed. You kind of like a chilling out and thinking what the next step is going to be, and then suddenly something is going to come to you. You will be able to see something that you didn't see before. You will be able to realize something that you didn't realize before. And this in itself is going to become a rather delicious part of your life. It is going to make you feel like you want to explore. And most certainly this is what you should do. Indeed. Okay, so now the third date that is going to be quite important, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to be on the 25th of February. Now the 25th of February, this is absolutely brilliant, because it's to do with your experience, it's to do with your success, it's to do with your character, it's to do with your intelligence, it's to do with your spirituality, it's to do with things that you have learned so far, it's to do with your own ability, and it's to do with your somebody who's who's so special to you, somebody very special in your life. It's going to be playing an important role here, because through that very special person in your life, you're going to open your eyes and you're going to realize all these things about yourself. Sometimes we just need to be reminded how amazing we are, how spiritual we are, how powerful we are. Sometimes we just need this, and it looks like you're going to be reminded here through somebody very special in your life. And that in itself, it's like a pretty much so going to point a certain part of your life that you should kind of like really invest towards, okay? It's about a wise investment, but also at the same time knowing that this is going to take about 11 months until this kind of manifests. By the same time, it's fantastic because it's the way out of this horrible situation that brought you so much stress, overburdened feeling, excessive pressures. You will know that through these problems are soon to be resolved. So this is going to require certain effort to meet a goal, but then again at the same time this is going to be brilliant because you are gonna remove yourself even further from deception, obscurity, dishonest people that are dangerous, people that are bad influence, people that are insincere, people that are false, you know. So this is all brilliant, you know, and that in itself, it's all going to contribute towards you finding yourself on an absolutely mind-blowing stage of your life. Your life is about to start changing here, because you are going to find yourself on a spiritual quest. You will just have enough of nonsense. You will just have enough of things that don't make sense. Absolutely, Gemini, this is superb. I know exactly what you're going to be thinking about and what exactly you're going to be aware of. What is going to be on your mind, it's going to be the right thing to do. You will want to move on with your life, and most certainly you should do it, okay? Most certainly indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see briefly what to pay attention to in the first part of February, mid part of February, and the last part of February. So the first part of February, you know what, baby? It's all about you feeling your own victory. This is going to be very personal to you, because things that you have been working on and things that you wanted to achieve, you've done something so different lately. You've done something that was different to what you would normally do. You've done something that was different to what you would normally do. And that in itself marked the return to yourself, marked the return to your own spiritual self, to your own uniqueness, and that's exactly what you should do. Once you get a flavor of that, you're never going to forget that spiritual flavor again. So well done. Mwah. So now my gorgeous Gemini, so it's all about a victory, and also being really wise as well. This is your own victory because you've been so wise. This is your spiritual reward here. The mid-February, it's all about you understanding that your psychic feelings are going to be rather heightened. So now listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. There are going to be lots of signs that you are going to have, okay? Let go of fears. There are going to be some very, very interesting revelations that you are going to have the mid-February that are going to make quite a lot clear to you as well. The last part of February, my gorgeous Gemini, it's all about you having a very, very big answer here, okay? Reward is most certainly going to come from hard work, like I said before, but at the same time, you are going to feel very powerful determination and willpower. This in itself is going to bring you a very important and powerful recognition, public recognition. Just remember, it is to do with a big answer that you are going to become aware of. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to be, what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship now. This is brilliant. It's about a very important determination that you're both going to have. You will both see something, and after you see something so important, you are kind of like really, you will want to change things, because you will want to avoid maybe the certain experience that you've had in life before. So it's pretty much so to do with a certain experience that you've both been through, the certain experience that you've both been through, but then again at the same time it's just you will want to avoid this. So it's all about the determination. So after you see something that you're both going to be like, oh my god, no, there's no point, you know, and then you will just take this path. That is very important. It's to do with determination, initiative, strength, but it's also to do with activity that is going to be keeping increasing your both powers along the way. What are you going to be thinking about is going to bring you success. It's going to reveal the new plan for both of you, and that plan is something that you should do. You both very much are going to feel very deeply and emotionally connected to this plan, and you're going to find yourself on a spiritual quest like naturally, but it's to do with a new plan. That new plan is again going to be absolutely evident within the last 7 days in February 2022. It's going to bring you hope and confidence, but then again, you know, it's just about the feelings and emotions and energy that you're going to feel towards this, because it's going to be so much of the uncertainty how you're going to get there. But it's all about understanding. It's one step at a time, one step at a time. Okay, and so those of you who are single and ready to, stranger in the night, Gemini in the morning, na 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 na, stranger in the night, Gemini in the morning, stranger in the night. Now this is brilliant. You know what, my gorgeous Gemini, I think that there is someone very, very interesting about to walk into your life, and you know that there is going to be quite a peculiar family matter that you're going to need to kind of resolve. Very peculiar and strange family matter that you're going to need to resolve, my gorgeous Gemini. And why am I telling you this now? Because you're going to need to put your input, but you're going to need to remember to stay on top of things by making sure that people don't argue, or people don't kind of like hate each other, dislike each other with opposed opinions. There is no point, you see? No point. Anyway, so when you have this family matter, at the same time when you're dealing with this, you know, this is something that is quite important for you to go through. This family matter is going to be resolved, which is absolutely fine. But then again, that is at the time when you feel some very, very interesting comfort after that moment in time, because you were worrying about something, so this family matter happens. Then what I need you to understand that at around that time, something is going to inspire you, something is going to happen, something is going to motivate you, and you will want to change your ways. You will want to change your ways. You will want to change certain things, not ways completely, but you will want to become part of something that you haven't been before, which means that you're going to go find yourself on the new journey, whether this is going to be new shop that you go to, whether this is going to be like a new club you go to, whether this is going to be new gym, you know, you go to, new place to walk, new place to dance, you know, wherever you go, whatever you do, it's going to come with an element of something new, where other people are also like kind of going. And at the same time, you know, this is the time where someone is about to walk into your life, and it's actually going to start happening this month in February 2022. So, you know, maybe you can start right now. Just pick the certain part of your life where you can change, you know, go to the new place. This is going to come with a new energy. It's going to come with a whole new level. You know, it's going to come with a whole new dimension. So I know that it's to do with a new place, or maybe the way you change. Maybe it's the same place that you go to, but instead of 5 times a week, you go 7 times a week. Instead of twice a week, you go 5 times a week. There is something new that is going to manifest around, and it's going to come through your own kind of realization, way of thinking, where you do, where you go. But then again, it's about that spiritual effect that it's going to have on you and on your life. This in itself is answering your question. Yes, there is someone very special who is about to walk into your life, someone very successful and somebody very similar to you. That person is sharing something that is so sacred to you, your way of thinking about something so special, something so sacred to you. But also that person is very successful. There is something that that person achieved that you were like, oh la la, that you will really like, you know. So this is someone very, very special who is about to walk into your life soon, my gorgeous Gemini. And even if it doesn't happen in February, March and April are going to be very strong. It depends. That person may walk into your life in February, but you may not be aware of that person just yet. It really depends. But pay attention to February, March and April. special. All these 3 months are gonna be, oh my God, when it comes to that person indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, sorry. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. And midnight, know the sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She's smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can dream all the old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Gemini, I love you. I love you.